Hello, hello, and welcome to How Not to Be a Scout, where I show you my sucky gameplay as a scout in Battlefield 1, so you yourself can watch my gameplay, not emulate it, and you become a better scout. Today's topic I want to talk about is the quote-unquote alt-right among YouTube personalities, mainly focusing on the two channels that I'm personally subscribed to, Sargon and Bearing. And also I might throw Computing Forever in there, because I like to watch his videos now and then. Kind of odd how an American will watch not Americans, as in those of other nationalities, for his quote-unquote upkeep, what's going on in the social justice sphere. But hey, it's an international community. It's the modern world, so what the heck. But back on topic about Sargon and Bearing being called the alt-right. And a lot of these people on the alt-right are also kind of interchangeably called Nazis and other such derogatory terms. But as you know, the Nazis themselves were fascists. So let's look at the Merriam-Webster definition. Merriam-Webster, well, yeah, that's the right way to say Merriam-Webster definition of fascism. Fascism, a political philosophy, movement, or regime that exalts nation and often race above the individual and stands for centralized autocratic government headed by usually a dictatorial leader, serve economic and social regimentation, and forcible suppression of opposition. So, who does that remind you more of? The Sargon of Akkad and Bearing, or does that remind you of the other people who try to use government and the gun and force and violence for you to follow their way? And just because they don't want to call certain people Zed, or they have a bit of a problem with people spouting a certain religion and ideology that calls for the death of the West, and also just because they have the biological fact that 99% of the population either produces fertile sperm or eggs, and therefore there really is only two true sexes, calling them fascists for believing in that, when it's the other people who say those people who believe that certain way should be fined or jailed. Just the mental gymnastics that these people do to believe this sort of crap is just unbelievable. Sure, you can point to a little tweet, or you can show a quick clip of an offhand comment and say, see, they're from the alt-right, but hey, sometimes I sound like a neo-Nazi and sometimes I sound like an outright communist, depending on the political topic I am talking to someone about. And to encompass someone's whole ideology from a tiny little thing, maybe that's just not me to do that kind of broad generalizations on someone. But hey, that's just me. It just irks me the wrong way how these SJWs use emotion to call people fascists, to try to get others on their side, because when you hear the word fascist, they must be Nazis, they must want to kill the gays, they must want to kill all Muslims. It's just sad how you have to go to that kind of low to try to win your argument. Maybe it's my own biases that are preventing me from seeing the light, the SJW light of righteousness, is that I believe it is government's job to protect the right of the individual. And actually, if you look at the plain left-right spectrum, which is kind of wrong, is that Sargon is actually more left than me. I do believe, as long as there are other bakeries around, is that a bakery has the right to deny a gay couple to bake them a cake. Yeah, there I go. Someone just called me a neo-Nazi fascist alt-righter right there. But hey, whatever. But after watching their videos for quite a while, actually I think I've been watching Sargon for about a year and a half now, and Bearing for about close to a year, is that until they start calling for the arrest and imprisonment and the fining of SJWs, just like the SJWs are calling for the arrests and the imprisonment, and some of the more radical, the killing of people like Sargon and Bering, they are not the fascists. The SJWs are. I know this wasn't a true analytical video of their videos. That is for people with more time on their hands than me. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you in my next video, if I do in fact make another video.